My name is Michael Rossney, and along with my wife, Michele Levesque, I am the co-owner of LL Frijoles.
LL Frijoles is my and Michael's idea of what a California style taqueria is in Maine. It's tiny, it has a abbreviated menu, and we make really big burritos.
A typical day during the summer starts with 9 o'clock in the morning. We come out here, have some coffee, and we start prepping and building our menu item by item so that we're ready to open by 11 o'clock. Michele, as the chef, is largely in charge of the food and does most of the prep, along with some help from our sous chef and some of the folks that work with us. I am largely responsible for what we call, optimistically, front of the house. It's a billion different things. Usually by just about 11 o'clock, we have almost enough food to open. There's some change in the cash register. Things are sort of starting to come together when the first car rolls in the parking lot. Usually by about noon, we've been dealing with customers and trying to finish writing the specials board, place some food orders, things like that. We have a big lunch business, so between about 11:30 and 2:30, we get just hammered. Line out the door, parking lot fills up. People coming in, they're on their way back from kayaking, they're on their way to the pond, they're going hiking. We have a very busy lunch. Usually, hopefully, in the middle of the afternoon, we get a little bit of a break. Things trail off, so we're dealing with customers on an individual basis, a couple of parties here and there. And then we get a dinner rush that starts at about 5:15 and goes straight through until 8 o'clock. And our dinners are very, very busy. Pretty much, well, I'd like to say orderly, controlled mayhem, but it's not all that orderly. It's not all that controlled, but it is mayhem. And then we close at 8 o'clock. We have to clean everything up, fix as much stuff as we can, and we're usually out of here by about 9:15.
I think about 50% of our customers get the name. We've got probably 25% that can't get past the fact that the Spanish is wrong. And they're stuck on that because they speak Spanish. And then another 25% that I don't think ever get it. and then the 50% that come in and laugh and groan all at the same time.
My aunt made the name up many, many years ago, and it was such a great idea that it sort of defined what we were going to do when we decided to move here and open a restaurant.
We knew for 2 years before leaving California we were going to do this. And so my poor friends ate a lot of Mexican food. And I can tell you that my friends living in Seattle that are now filmmakers were the ones that were like, the lobster burrito, total go. You gotta do it. And it was really fun to make that meal and to sit down to it and be like, wow, do you think people would buy it? It's kind of weird. Do you think it's weird? Because we'd never seen one on a menu. And, but we knew that that was the thing. We wanted to use ingredients that were around here. And we were like, well, what are the things we can use?
We have relations with several local farms that we refer to as our partner farms. We're buying, I'd like to say, half of our food that's produced on the peninsula these days.
I love working with local suppliers. I love knowing that I can call my farmer the night before and say, hey, what are you picking in the morning? And know that I've got something special to use.
The folks at Horsepower Farm that are planting black beans for us. So that's how we can be probably the only taqueria in North America that's selling locally grown organic black beans that are grown by trained horses in the next town over.
It's really exciting when people come in and they just get it. They get what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And they want to be here and enjoy the food and talk about it with me. That's the best part of it.
My favorite thing about this restaurant is the opportunity to exceed expectations. I think people come in here and they are rightly extremely unsure of what to expect from a Mexican restaurant in Maine, in a barn, in the middle of nowhere. And when they come in and they order their food and they get this incredibly delicious plate of freshly prepared food made by hand, they're usually just stunned. And the main response we get is people come back in and they're almost in shock. They're like, oh my God, that was so good. That was the best whatever I've ever had. And I really enjoy turning people around. I really enjoy being able to just blow people's minds with what we're doing here.